totally dorked up. It's totally dorked. It's so dorked. All right. There we go. Hey, Screw Lippa. What's going on, man? Doc is here. Dan is here. Man, everybody's here. Jay Valenti. Let's see. I think Zoltan's here. Butch Landry's here. Eric's here. Tazzy Tim. Dastardly Dave. Everybody's here. We're ready to hang out. Man, my computer needs to I need to figure out how to work a computer one day. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm good.
One day I will.
Yeah, I doubt it.
No, I do too.
Yeah. They'll come out with something new and you'll be like, that.
I remember when
you didn't used to have to do this. Why can't it just work?
I know, right? That's my sister's calling because apparently she can't get a hold of me. Catherine, I will call you after the live stream is over. We do this every week. I hope everything's okay. I'll find out soon. So anyway, so Chris, how are you doing, sir?
Good.
All right.
Been busy. Doing lots of stuff.
Yeah, why are you doing that with your eyes?
Because that's what I do when I've been busy.
Yeah. Okay.
What did I do? I painted a bunch. Well, all the Super Casanovas.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they look.
I
good.
feel like I'm giving my report card.
Oh. You don't have to think of it like that. I mean, yeah, you don't have to catalog every single thing that you did on your summer vacation.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like. Yeah, so I did all the paint on the bodies on those. Wound all the pickups for those. What else did I do? Did some fun stuff.
I wasn't even sure I wasn't supposed to be here today. On Monday, there was some talk that maybe the plan was that I would not be here. And then Monday night it changed.
Yeah.
So
my plan was to not have Matt here and just sort of fiddle fart around for 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true, but yeah. So your plans changed.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So I'm batching it. Joy is in Chicago, and I am not eating pizza that's good this week. But
yeah, no hot dogs, no
nothing. No
nothing for you.
So a lot of people are asking about HSTs. So Chris, the HSTs, the round 2 of the HSTs are done, and they're all behind us. Dan has been asking me about his for a while. Is this his right here?
Yes.
One of them is Dan's.
Yes, that's his.
And so the guitars are all done.
Yes.
We need to get cases,
and that's in action.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan, we know that you got a case for Mike.
Yeah.
He came in Monday and we talked about it, and then it promptly snowed and it's been horrid.
Oh, that's right.
Out. So yeah, I thought we would have cases yesterday from him. Apparently not. Maybe tomorrow. Obviously not today.
That's obviously not happening today.
Anyway, we'll get cases and we'll get them. I think there's some invoicing that has to happen for that.
Yeah.
stuff.
So depending on what case you want. So, okay, if you're watching and if you had one of the round 2 HSTs, so like Dan and Brian Duncan and Peter from Germany, Bob Potter and somebody else who wanted a large neck. I can't remember.
I think it's George.
Maybe we sell a lot of guitars, so
the funny every guitar has the person's name on it, except for that one. It just says Big Neck on it.
And the person who ordered it, I don't imagine has a big neck. I mean, this guitar does, but that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the and Bob Potter bought one of the Montecola daily drivers that Ike did. So,
And you worked on those this week.
And no one is going to do Eruption. You want to show the guitars?
Sure.
Butch Landry says that we look cold. Tazzy Tim says, asks, did you have a good Thanksgiving? I did.
Me too. Yeah, it's a little cool this week. It got cold, so of course I'm cold. It's warm in the wood shop. It's not cold in here, but in comparison,
feels cold.
In there, it feels cold in here. So that's why. Yeah, I have a sweatshirt on. So I'm not that cold.
Let's have a look at one of the ones. Who's got the most? It's funny. They all look identical.
Yeah, the colors are very, very similar.
But I mean, like they all have the same pickups and mostly, right?
Yeah. So this is Dan's.
Okay.
DNA. Oh no, Dan A.
So if you forgot the HSTs that we did that we're no longer doing, by the way, Dan's had, they all were black Limba bodies and necks with rosewood fretboards. And they were done in the style of the Hamer Special or Hamer Sunburst, or that basically it's this shape. Now the Hamer Sunburst generally came with a sunburst, hence the name, and they were bound, but they were this double cutaway design. And you might look at it and say, oh, that's exactly 100% like the Gibson Les Paul double cutaway. And it's not. It's very close, but it's not.
Yeah. Yep. A little bit different neck placement. Pickup placement.
Yeah. Control layout, obviously different.
Layout is different. Yeah.
Yep. So these guys are, they're done. Now there's one more round of HSTs that we're doing. We decided, my friend Greg decided that he wanted another one, but he wanted it with a Trem and P90s. He since changed his mind on the P90s, but so there'll be another reveal of those. And they were surprisingly not as popular as the hardtail ones, the Trem ones. I don't know. So, that's the other thing. The Hamer Special originally had a bridge that was more like the one that is on the HST, this kind of Strat hardtail style bridge. Later, you could get them with stop tail and Tunomatic style bridges, but the original ones had what Hamer called the Hamer Sustainer bridge. There were a handful of people who asked me if I could make one with an original Hamer Sustainer bridge, and I said, well, yeah, that's the easy part. The hard part is getting a Hamer Sustainer bridge. And one guy was like, I have 3 of them. I want one. And then as it turns out, he couldn't find any of them. So maybe one day he'll call and say, hey, I want, but I don't know. So it looks like Dylan might be hanging out with us. I don't know. No. So Stu, was one of these yours? I don't think that it is, but maybe I don't remember. But he says I don't know.
So this is Bob Potter's.
Stu wants to know, can I order mine in this live stream? Your what? We're not doing these anymore. But if you really want one, I mean, I suppose we could do it. You need to send me an email, man. Then we can then we can
got a really cool neck.
Oh, look at that crazy thing. Why isn't the front the back?
Because the back is the front.
No, the neck. Because then it would be left-handed.
That's
why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes wood does things too when you start,
Yeah, especially a neck. You never know what it's going to look like when you.
What's on the inside?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. These are, I really, really like these. And I think, we sold about 20 of these. That's a lot for us.
This is for BD. No idea.
I bet you
that is.
Yeah. Brian Duncan, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think
it's Brian Duncan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Brian's.
Yeah, Stu, you can stop by. I thought you moved to Phoenix, man. Maybe you're in town for a little bit. I don't know. So
there's another one where the back has more dark stripes than the front. Must have been dealer's choice that day when it was getting laid out.
Stu wants to know, why don't we play a damn note on that?
I thought I told him why we don't do that. Because YouTube compresses everything.
Yeah.
And it sounds terrible.
You
almost can't even hear it.
Yeah. Well, for one thing, nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to hear us play.
This is true.
And number two, Chris is right. The way that our live feed works, it just turns to mud.
Yeah. We're hanging on by a thread live, no matter what. And back when we tried to do it, sometimes it would sound barely okay. Most of the other time, it just got super compressed and sounded. Yeah. It was a waste of time, basically.
Which it really works out well for everybody listening, because then they don't have to hear us play.
Yeah. So, and, so our friends at Flipside have thrown a bunch of money at gear and making their live feeds, being able to play during the live feed. We just don't have that ability.
Yeah. So that's why.
Or somebody to play them, Stu.
Yeah. Stu, next time you're in town, or if you
on a Thursday and play a damn note.
There we go. Yeah, we can make this happen. So I got a call from my buddy Brad Guitar Miller the other day.
Oh, yeah?
And he wanted to remind me about some of the stuff that he sent out. And Brad, if you're watching, I think you are, I still have yet to get your artwork for the Great American Guitar Buildoff sponsor page, which I think we were talking about earlier, and it didn't quite work out. So Brad is doing this cool thing now, and he sent out a couple of things for us to have a look at and show you guys. This is one of his tele plates, and this is aluminum. But what the important thing here is not the tele plate. It's actually this kill switch, which could go on a pick guard or a plate, or the thread is long enough on this. It could just go through the top of it could just poke out an HST, for example. And they come in 3 sizes. Can you get one? So I don't know if you guys can see. They come in 3 sizes, and they come in 3 colors. The one that I'm holding here is this black one. It's this button right here. Beep, 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 beep. If you want to do like buckethead stuff, then you can still do buckethead stuff. This one is silver. Me. And they have Brad's pedal to the metal logo on them. And they also come in gold. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is yeah. If you go to Brad's, if you go to Pedal to the Metal Guitars, obviously all this stuff is there. But so you can get them in black, gold, or chrome. You can get them in 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large. And you can put them on anything you want, and you can do that cool Ace Frehley thing.
Oh, here's the medium.
Yeah, there's a and so you can do that. All right.
Yeah, he sells plates. I think he might sell plates.
He does. Yeah.
Loaded.
Yeah.
With or without the button. Angled switch, which is fun. Yeah.
Stu, I did find, because that was a pre-recorded video. It wasn't a live video.
Correct.
It was pre-recorded.
Yeah. So if we record it on the camera, not on the live feed, that works fine. But you also then have to edit the video and post it and
Yep.
So
okay,
busting our chops.
Yeah, man. Shane Walton 8888 asks, I'm looking at a guitar online that has a Floyd without a lock nut. Does that make any sense? Would that still work? Well, I don't see why not. you would be losing one of the main advantages of the Floyd. You would be losing half of the advantages of the Floyd Rose double locking trem. So I don't know what guitar it is, and I don't know what Floyd bridge it has, but if the bridge end locks and the nut end doesn't, and that's a big if, because Floyd makes lots of stuff. But let's just say, for the sake of conversation, that the bridge end locks. Presumably, you could add locking tuners.
That would help.
But it wouldn't do what a Floyd nut does.
Knowing how to stretch strings would help.
It wouldn't actually do what a Floyd does. So you would kind of gain the you wouldn't have to use ball end strings, I guess. And if you like cutting the ends off the strings and running the ball end through the other way, so the ball end is dangling from the
you could do that.
The tuner.
You could do that. That would kind of make it sort of locking tuner like.
That would be a thing.
Less wraps around if you do it right. Less wraps around the post, which is really what most string stretching is just pulling that extra snug.
The original Floyds didn't have fine tuners on the bridge.
Yeah.
So, and I want to say that Vinnie Vincent's Jacksons all had the non-fine tuner bridges.
Well, early on, I think if you wanted something that did that trick, that's what you got, right? And the studs just went right into the wood.
After like the fine tuner one came out, Vinnie Vincent still spec'd
he probably liked the feel of it or the look of it, or the guitar players are fickle and even new things, traditionalists.
Yep.
So who knows?
So anyway,
good for Vinny.
Is it possible? Does it make sense? I mean, it's still a trem. It's still a good trem.
It makes enough sense that I think Tusk sells a nut.
I forgot all about that. You're right.
A Tusk nut that replaces a locking nut.
Yeah.
I've always kind of wanted to try it just to see if I could make it do its thing while not having to deal with the locking nut, which can be a pain in the butt until you get it right.
Locking nut is a pain in the butt.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good saying.
Brad Guitar Miller sent us a super chat. I want to come back to the lock nut thing because I think that's a good topic real quick. But he says that the kill switches come in 10, 12, and 16 millimeter ready to drop in. So thank you very much, Brad. And this is not a new hat. In fact, this hat is almost a year old. This hat is actually from the Luckenbach, Texas hat works. Snail Creek Hat Company, Luckenbach, Texas. And I actually got this in Luckenbach, Texas. So, yeah. Mike Beckloff, how are you doing, my friend? Okay. So
look at it glow.
I know, right? So let's go back to the lock nut. As a traditionalist, now I don't know how traditional. I mean, I guess you could go back even further, but I think that Floyds need a lock nut.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay.
What do you think?
I've never tried it without a lock nut, but I think that there might be some validity to that. That a properly set up regular nut will work just fine. Now you may saw it in half. I don't know. The nut just with all that craziness. One
of the neat things about not using a lock nut, if there is a neat thing, is you could get exactly the right width and exactly the right string height a little easier.
Yeah, there's a lot of the string height thing is still a thing. That I just installed a lock nut. I think it might be a Kaler lock nut that had a couple of new features that I really liked. Radius nut height, a bunch of other stuff. I mean, there's a lot of effort that goes into making a Floyd guitar work that doesn't happen on others. And it's every time you string it up.
In many ways, the Kahler locking piece that went behind the nut.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense too, really.
Sense and was a little more user friendly, but it wasn't the same. There was still a gap between the actual nut and the locking piece. Mm-hmm. I almost wonder if a Kahler locking piece forward of the nut would work on a 0 fret guitar.
You'd probably cut grooves into it pretty fast, but yeah.
And then that would be, you could shove that thing as close to the 0 fret as humanly possible. I'm sure this occurred to somebody who's smarter than me many, many years ago that they tried it and maybe it did it.
I don't know.
I think if you had a all stainless frets, stainless 0 fret, and a locking piece forward of the 0 fret to where there wasn't really anything riding in between, there wasn't any pinch point, that might be a neat thing. I can't imagine though that I am the only person who's ever thought of that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so, but the Floyd locking nut is a there's a little bit of a disconnect there, because let's say because it comes in a predetermined radius and a predetermined width. So like the R1 lock nut is for 1 5/8 neck at 10-inch radius. The R2, or maybe it's the R3, one of them is like for a different width and a different radius. So if you get it wrong, you've got this kind of like not exactly, well, if it's wrong, it's not right. So you could have, my fretboard or my nut end is 1 11/16, but it's 10-inch radius. Well, they don't, and I don't know if they do or don't make that nut.
I think they make almost everything now, but
you got to find it.
Yeah, you do have to find it, and you have to be able to measure all that stuff too, or know what it is. Yeah. So. Yeah.
So the lock nut on a. So what say you, Chris? I'm gonna go out on a limb. Locking tuners are not the same thing as a locking nut.
No, it's not the same thing. You may be able to get similar results.
I disagree.
Okay.
But I have 0 to back it up.
Yeah. I always think about which would I rather have? A guitar that I can tune on the fly, and really the micro tuners, they work okay.
You got to remember that they're there, I guess.
Or tuners up top. If you know that your guitar is going to go out of tune every song and you need to retune, I just as soon have no locking nut.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Okay.
I'm going to do it someday.
Well, I think you should. Butch wants to know, is the fret saw blade in the radial arm saw the same blade as the StewMac table saw fret blade? Thinking of getting one soon. The answer is yes, it is.
And we made some modifications to ours. Real nice.
Not the blade.
So
you get the blade, you get the same. So Butch, if you get one of those StewMac blades and use it for 6.5 years or more, how many guitar necks do you think we've slotted with that blade?
Man, probably close to 1,000 now.
Maybe.
I mean, really, maybe. Yeah, that's no lie.
Yeah.
If we make 100 guitars a year and we teach, such and such classes, and we do this and we do that.
Some necks we don't do the frets. Steve
true.
Does, but
yeah.
Let's say it's half of that.
Okay.
It's okay. So Butch, if you get one of those StewMac fret slotting blades and you cut fret slots for 500 guitars, you'll have exactly the same blade that we have.
Yep. Yeah, and it still works great, and it cuts meat so nice.
That's right. That's right. You can cut a sandwich with it easy. Okay.
Yeah. I just want to cut the top bread.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna talk about something, and I can't remember for the life of me what it is.
Was it tele related?
No, well, it kind of is. Somebody asked early on in the conversation, I saw it was, is there a date yet for the Great American Guitar Build-Off? And the answer to that is a resounding yes. In fact, I just shipped the paperwork off to the people at the facility that we're going to be using. I signed all the paperwork and I put the deposit down. But I haven't gotten the thing back that says, okay, you are absolutely in. If I get that tomorrow, then Sunday's video will be all about the Great American Guitar Build-Off, when it is, where it is, what else is going to be happening. And I think that you guys will really enjoy it. I can tell you this much. This time, it's going to be the biggest one we've ever done.
By a lot.
By a considerable margin. You will want to make plans to be here, even if you don't have a guitar in the Great American Guitar Build-Off. There's literally something for everyone. Literally. Okay. I wish that I could tell you guys. I know that that a lot of you are looking forward to hearing that. Mike Beckloff, I'm going to be calling you about it because I've got to get with you about some of this stuff. I know you're going to want to be there. Doc, you will. Okay, Doc, I guarantee it. You will know by the time we see you, that's
when is Doc coming out?
A week from today.
That's what I thought.
We will know. Hopefully, we will be there. Or no, then. So anyway, let's see. Doc says, fingers crossed you hear back tomorrow. Yeah, I hope so too, Doc. I think that that this is going to be, I think this is, if I plan this, if this comes to fruition the way that I want to, I'm not going to say that like this is the way that I should have done it all along, but this is the way that it will have to be done from now on. So Dylan says he's going to be there. Dano McBro says, show the last two guitars, please. Big Neck Dano is dying.
There you go.
All right. Dylan says the whole team will probably be out there. That's cool.
Including a dog, I hope.
Oh yeah, there should be dogs.
All right, yeah. This is yours. This is Big Neck Dano.
Yes. Big Neck Dano. That's a cool one. What that's got pure juice pickups and
no. Yeah, it does have. Yeah,
okay.
Sorry, I got this one
and
the next one mixed up. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's got his order number and Big Neck. That's what the tape says. I think I did this one first. And then I thought, well, what am I going to do to put something on each one that identifies it? And I thought, I'll just put their name. Duh.
So guys, if you ordered one of the HSTs in the in round 2 of the HSTs, you will be, we need to figure out case and shipping, or if you want to come get it or any of that stuff. Yeah. Mike, Mike, formerly Seal Beach Mike, now Atlanta Mike, 6-string kook, says he likes the pure juice pickups.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
We've actually heard that from several people. They are good.
Yep. Stu says he likes the Hustler Explorer, but he's not ordering one without a live demo. Well, we can make that happen. You know, I think we should probably get
Stu should come by and play it.
I would love if Stu did that. Maybe we'll get Ike to do it, or Brett came over and played the Hustlers when we first got them together. And I think his new thing is like, I want to sound like those shred guys in the 80s who had hot licks videos. Okay. And where you could order a VHS tape of where we were watching Brad Gillis.
Yeah.
Hi,
I'm Brad Gillis. Yeah.
I want to say that in one of the Guitar World magazines, there was a floppy record of Richie Kotzen or somebody, and it was like, yeah, hey, I'm Richie, and I'm gonna like,
yeah,
and you were supposed to learn something by listening to that. Of course, I never did.
It's just a pentatonic in A, but I'm playing it up at the 23rd fret. What? Yeah. And this is Peter Blaurock. Can't even read my own writing.
Okay, so he's like, yeah, I see you got my message about the center punches. So yeah, you.
Yes, I did get your and.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
I got that message too. So it should be wired up the way you want it wired up.
Cool. And it really, really works.
And it really does work.
Okay.
Yes.
And it really,
we will put
really
the other
works.
Pickups in the box when we ship it to you.
Yeah, because it's going to Deutschland.
C.
Yep. What?
It's going to Deutschland. C.
Oh. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
So they are all very cool.
All right.
This one's got a lot of stripies on the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because it looks really stripy there.
Mm-hmm.
There's some stripes.
Yeah. Totally cool. Okay.
Two things. Yeah.
So Chris, one of the things that we have been talking about in the shop, you and I lately, is how 2026 is going to be the year of the Telecaster. Now, that is not to say that the year of the Telecaster hasn't already been. There's been lots of years of Telecaster.
Yes.
But I think that 2026 is going to be another big year for Telecasters. Telecaster style instruments.
Yes.
Obviously, 1952 was 51 was a big year for the Telecaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that reminds me. It's a bummer that Steve Cropper is no longer with us.
It is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What for those of us who saw the Blues Brothers in 1982, it was like, I was 11?
Yeah.
And I didn't know who any of those guys were.
No, and I certainly didn't know who Steve Cropper was at that point, especially the way he looked.
Mm-hmm.
He had big beard and big hair, and that was all fairly new for Steve.
He looked nothing like he did in the late 50s or
early 60s.
Okay.
Yeah, the Green Onions days and the sitting on the dock of the bay days and all that. Yeah, a lot different. And really, I didn't know any of those guys. I knew Aretha Franklin. I knew Ray Charles. Yeah. Charlie Ray, that dude. But that was about it.
It's funny because
I was 12.
When you go back and watch like the live things that Belushi and Aykroyd did with that band.
Yeah.
Like they all, of course, knew who those guys were, and it was probably a fairly gigigantic coup to get everybody.
Yeah, and loved it. And thought that was really rad that they were doing their little shtick.
Their beef
all the original guys. That's cool.
But it wasn't until much later for me that I kind of started to get the rest of that story.
Well, and then it was like, oh, no wonder it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
There's all these guys.
Yeah, these super heavy hitters that.
Yeah, the music was perfect. They could have gone up there and did this for 10 minutes and everybody would have liked it.
I read a thing where Duck Dunn was like, well, I'm not going to get this gig. Everybody here is like, super awesome. And of course, he's super awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But what a big deal. So, Driddle says he hopes that it's the year of the hustler. I don't know that it's gonna be. I think though that 1951 was the original year of the Telecaster. Yeah. Okay.
If you ask Fender in the 70s, they thought it was 49.
Oh, well, man, maybe, yeah.
You're looking. There was an ad in all the magazines, and I think it was 77, and they said. And the ad was, you're looking at identical twins, and it was a 77 Telecaster, and what they claimed was a 49 Telecaster.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't.
Oh, no?
So, no. I think there's some stuff dated late 50, but But anyway, yeah. That lore got lost for a long time.
Let's just see here. There's lots of people talking, lots of people telling me I should, what I should do, what I shouldn't do. Jay says that his dad used to listen to a lot of that music when he was a kid and loves the Blues Brothers. Doc says it's absolutely one of his favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Dan sent us a super chat and says, HST is gorgeous. Nice job. Invoice for the shipping. I will, Dan. As soon as I get the case is really what we're kind of waiting on. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. So we're minus one, Steve Cropper, but the Telecaster is still going strong. It's not in any danger of going anywhere.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I think all of our musical heroes are probably going to go before us, unless you have really, really young musical heroes.
Yeah, or you're in really bad health yourself.
Oh, yeah. But the notion of the Telecaster is still very relevant. It is still absolutely, positively one of the most popular guitars that you can like. I think every year it's got to be one of the most popular guitars, at least Fender sells.
Yeah.
Dylan and I have talked about like some of the other guys who just make tellies, that aren't Fender. So yeah, but we have the great American guitar Buildoff this year. The only rule is that it has to be a telly.
It has to be, identifiable as a Telecaster.
Yeah. And the judges will decide what that means.
And that can mean a bunch of different things. Like I was looking at Fender Telecaster pick guards on pickguardian.com or pickguards.com or something like that. Just all the different shit. And every one of those is a Telecaster. Even though there's a bunch of shapes and there's 4 controls down here and 1 up here, and and that all counts. And there's a million different ways to go about this. It doesn't have to look like a 51 Telecaster or a 51 Broadcaster, which is what it would be.
Okay.
But it so yeah, and it's got to have some telly shit on it.
Yeah, it's got to be identifiable as a telly.
Yeah.
Some people are asking, is the Challenger? Well, they're not asking this, but they're like, is the Challenger still a thing? And yeah, the Challenger is still a thing. We are still making them. I still really, really like the Challenger. We actually got one back from Paint the other day. That's going to
it was special paint.
It was a special paint that we outsourced the work on. And I was looking over at it. I'm like, what do we have that's all gloss like that? And I'm like, oh yeah. And that's Mr. Roddy's guitar. And he actually sent me the information about what that I need to go through and do a bunch of email stuff. But he was like, what is going on? I want to do like, these pickups and this cover. And he couldn't decide if he wanted to do black chrome or,
that's
or
right.
whatever.
Yeah. You were talking to him the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been so long that I forgot what it gets.
Yeah. Well, I think it was originally supposed to get Dylan Super 8s, and now it's something else. I don't know. Yeah. Stuff changed in that amount of time. But the Challenger is still absolutely a guitar that you can get, and we are more than happy to build you one. In fact, I sold one to a fellow the other day. He came in and he actually wanted to get. He was interested in one of the Black Limba Daily Driver Deluxes, and then he played a Challenger that we have here in the shop, and he's like, "Whoa, I want this." And I'm like, okay. So we made it happen. But
Cool.
Okay. Good. All right. Okay. Yeah. Lots of people I want to Maserati, Mr. Roddy. Exactly. There's a lot of drunk people in the comment section today. Hey, Richard Ryan is here. He's not drunk. Someday I'll have to buy another Challenger. To me, it's just a great ergonomic electric guitar. I need to start saving up the money. Thank you, Richard. That's very kind of you. Okay. Lucky Jackson 6973. Guys, which of your guitars are best for metal? Probably the hollow body daily drivers with one single coil pickup. The best for metal. I think that you're going to have to be the judge on that one. Now, I think that if you said, what is the best shape guitar that we have for metal? It's, I don't know. It might be one of the Hustlers. It might not be. I think that here's the thing with metal. I could put, and I have put Floyd and EMG 81 and 85 in a Challenger. And would that be a good guitar for metal? Sonically, maybe. But I don't necessarily think that matches the aesthetic of what metal guys are into. Now, I don't know, because I am 55 years old. I am not on the leading edge of what is cool in the metal scene right now. Okay. So you would have to tell me. I ask you, sir, what is our best guitar for metal? Chris and I aren't like, it's funny, we don't listen to metal in the shop.
No.
That's kind of like blew right past us, I think.
Well, a lot of more modern stuff for sure.
I think like if like, it's funny because everybody thinks like you're only into like surf stuff.
Shouldn't be further from the truth.
Yeah, and I know that Chris is into like, okay, metal bands that were they might not even be considered metal bands. I don't even think
they would be considered metal bands. Some people might have. Columbia House might have pigeonholed them in the metal category. Yeah. But I don't think they were really metal.
Some of the bands that Chris and I both really liked in high school might not even be considered metal now. They might be considered like old guy rock.
Judas Priest, is that metal?
I would think it is.
I would too. And there lays a bunch of Strats. And,
is Iron Maiden? Yeah, I guess they're metal, but Strats.
Here's my Strat with a humbucker.
With a humbucker.
That was pretty heavy sound.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think aesthetically you have to match the guitar to the where you're playing. I don't think that if you showed up to audition for a rockabilly band and you had a flying V, I didn't know, even if you pulled off everything else there, someone's going to go, that's cool, but you got to get another guitar.
Which is a shame. But so here we are. So, and I think there are brands that kind of live in that metal realm and do quite well there, even though they make guitars very, very similar to brands that aren't necessarily known as metal brands.
It's kind of funny because I just was reminded, I think that one of the guys from Slipknot, I don't know if they're metal or not. I don't know. I think he has a Jazzmaster with a humbucker.
Okay.
And I don't know what's metal about that, but
I think that it maybe depends on the humbucker and depends on
Dylan asked me the other day, hey, can you make me a Tele with a Floyd? And I'm like, it's really, really funny that you say that, because just yesterday I built a body that was a Tele with a Floyd and two humbuckers. And I don't know that I would say that's like a metal guitar, but it certainly has all the capabilities of a guitar that could be used very effectively for metal playing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. And I've heard sounds come out of guitars we've made that you wouldn't expect.
Boy, ain't that sounds, the truth? Yeah.
Not yeah. Yeah. Ugh. No, like, oh, listen to that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, that's pretty convincing.
What do you think some of the, well, we have a few moments here. And guys, let me know what you think too. And I will try to sift through the comments and find them. But what do you think are some of the hallmarks of a metal guitar?
Man, I don't even know how to define modern metal. Like,
here's one that comes up very, very often, and that's unencumbered fret access to the higher register.
Yeah, so I sort of think super strat, mm-hmm. sort of think, yeah, maybe more than 6 strings.
Oh, that, you know what? I did not even think of that. Right. These days.
Yeah. Still probably a lot of single hum kind of guitars.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't it there's more visual to it, I think, than the actual guitar. Might be a bigger guitar.
You know, how about like pointy? Do you think it should be pointy?
There could be some pointy.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think you could play a butterscotch telly, but you might be able to play a double humbucker telly with a Floyd.
Yeah.
Or, you know, a lot of down tuning. Yeah.
I really honestly don't know what constitutes a metal anything now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that I think you're right. If a straight up telly you would be able to hear it, and you would be able to pump a bunch of overdrive into the amp, and you might not be able to hit the amp very hard with that, unless you used one of those really hot Dylan bridge pickups. Yeah. That's a regular telly pickup.
Yeah. But you know, you start running it through cascading gains, mm-hmm. and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, yeah, tune it down a little bit, and all of a sudden things get really thick and big, and it's I think as much technique as, and that's true of everything, but
it's interesting because 35 years ago, what was metal is probably very different from what is metal now. And I could be wrong. I could be way, way off. Mm-hmm. But you know,
Sammy Hagar sang the theme song to heavy metal.
The heavy metal.
Nobody's ever claimed Sammy Hagar was heavy metal. Not on his hardest day.
But it still is your one-way ticket to midnight.
Absolutely. There's only one time to rock.
It's 8:05 for some reason.
Seems kind of early.
Yep.
These days.
Let's see. Any guitar can do metal if you have the right rig amp, as long as it doesn't squeal like a stuck pig.
Yeah.
Pointy edges.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm telling you, man, you show up to a metal gig with a butterscotch telly, mm-hmm. and they're not going to let you on the stage.
Yeah. Stu, you're right. We're not ready for metal.
Your Daisy Rock isn't.
Yeah.
Now, if we're talking like hard rock or hair, I hate that term, but mm-hmm. you know, I lived through that. I know what those guitars are. Yeah.
Oh boy, all treble, no bass. Albert King played a flying V. Dastardly Dave says, I have a black metal? John 5 telly metal. Slipknot is heavy jazz. Yeah, see guys, I don't know what all the terms are, but we're just
we're cutting, we're pigeonholing.
Yeah, I don't, I'm unfamiliar with the term. So Tazzy Tim says, sounds like the 2027 Great American Guitar Buildoff. All pointy.
Yeah. Must have points.
Must now with points.
Yeah. So what do you think is the most heavy metal band that you like, that you're familiar with?
Bad News. Prior to Spinal Tap, there was the guys who would later go on to do, among other things, the Young Ones.
Okay.
Rick Mayall and I can't remember the other guy's name. But you guys will remember, and you'll tell me, I'm sure. They had a mockumentary about a rock band called Bad News.
Okay.
The difference was they were not popular. They didn't have any hit albums. They were, And Bad News.
Okay.
Yeah. And the song that they were going to be there, you can actually watch the video for this. It's called Warriors of Genghis Khan.
Okay.
So they're being interviewed, and the interviewer starts reading the lyrics, and she says, "What is this song about? Burning, looting, raping, shooting?" And the guitar player singer goes, "Well, it's a political song." What? How is that? Well, it's all in the lyrics. You expect me to blow your mind at 6:30 in the morning? So yeah. Anyway, so what's your ideal?
I don't know, because everything that I think would have been classified as heavy metal back in my day isn't anymore.
It's
Iron
fairly
Maiden,
tame.
Yeah, Judas Priest, Metallica at one point was heavy metal. If you asked any kid on the street, what kind of music do you like? Well, I like heavy metal, like Megadeth and okay. So I don't know.
I had a heavy metal phase when I was in the high school.
Okay. I liked a lot of hard rock. I liked a lot of, aggressive kind of stuff. There were some grunge bands that were pretty heavy that I wouldn't classify as heavy metal.
The whole classification thing is tricky.
Well, that's
I don't understand.
But Swedish throat rock is not my thing.
I don't even know what that is.
Metal, yeah.
Jerry J says, "I want to do a trem on a Telly, but I don't want a massive Floyd Rose. Recommendations? What else is close to dives and highs the Floyd Rose has been known for?" One of the the contemporary to the Floyd that is still available is the Kaler.
The funny thing is, we're actually putting a Kaler on a guitar. It's been a long time since I played with one. It's a long time since I saw a brand new one. And this one's brand new, and so it came with all the paperwork, and it tells you how everything works. And it's like, oh, this thing is really, really neat.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't played it yet because it's not done, but it's like super adjustable in all the right ways, all top adjustable, the most part. It's an interesting piece.
The Kaler's a pretty neat thing.
I mean, it's pricey, but you can't get a cheap one. You can't get a bad one.
Yeah, you can't get the knockoff.
Yeah.
Or
the
licensed
GFS
by
$20 Kaler.
Kaler.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Not with Gary Kaler's. Okay, but it's actually really, really neat. As far as from a guitar builder standpoint.
There are some other ones, of course. What's that one that was the Versa Trem or something that always looked
the
like
Trem?
Yeah, it always looked like the
like it's falling into the hole, because it sort of is.
That one might be something that you want to check out.
Yeah, those are actually really neat. It's still got a lot of that same, kind of Strat Trem, Floyd Trem kind of thing. It still runs on that same system.
One of the neatest things about the Kaler is you can lock it in place. So like, I know that guys are like,
lock it in place and do a bunch of adjustments and let it loose.
But like, a lot of guys are like, oh, I have this Floyd, but I blocked it so that I can't. And then you have to kind of kludge a bunch of things in there. With a Kaler, you just screw it down and it's locked in place. That's probably more for adjustment, but I suppose you could
although the instructions said you can,
You don't want to trim? There you go.
There you go. But for restringing and adjustments and stuff like that, you just sort of lock it in place. And then, I think, it's a pretty neat little item. I think they kind of got a bad rap because it's not maybe as sleek looking as the Floyd.
Definitely big.
Yeah, it's a little more.
Let me give you a piece of advice of something to not get. What is it? The AccuTune. It's not the Washburn Wonder Bar, but it's the AccuTune bridge, which is neither accurate nor in tune.
No, and I think it's a very
I can't remember
knockoffy.
It's a knockoff of a Kaler.
We
have one without
all the adjustments. Yeah, it's like here's some springs and some saddles. There you go.
Kalers are definitely cool. Floyds are definitely cool. I mean, just the straight up Hipshot 2-point trem is really neat.
Yeah, it works really, really well. And if you I think kind of design the guitar around it, you can make it do almost as much stuff.
You guys need to remember too that like it's very odd for us to go in search of new trem ideas. Usually we find out about new stuff when somebody says, "Can you put this in my guitar?"
And then to a class, and says, "Hey, let's do this."
And so it's been 6 or 8 years since Chris and I have been to a NAMM show, so we don't exactly know what the new hotness is, unless it just kind of drifts through. You know what I mean? We are in many ways alone in the wilderness here in Colorado, and there's not a lot of. It's funny that I say that. Well, I think it's funny. You won't think it's funny. One of the guys from I don't know if it's FU Tone or something like that, but the guy who used to run Music Gear Guys, he's a big Floyd dude, and he like designed a bunch of like nut things that everything's in tune and whatever. So, but that's still updating what is now a classic trem unit.
Yeah,
So I don't think you can go wrong with any of that locking trem style stuff. I think Steinberger had some really neat things that kind of came and went, maybe a little too early. The transposing tremolo. I think it would be really neat. I want to say that the Steinberger could do this. You could like actually put it somewhere and like change the tuning of your guitar. I don't know.
I don't know. And really, it depends on the music that you're playing and your tremolo needs. Not everybody needs a Floyd that needs some wiggle stick action. So there's something out there for everybody, including the Floyd.
All right, gang. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. I want to encourage you to go over to Dylan's page and check out what he's got going on tonight at Dylan Talks Tone. He and his lovely wife, Leslie, will be hanging out with you guys for a couple hours. And no reveal tomorrow, right?
This is the reveal.
That's right. We're gonna be getting these guitars out of here so that everybody can get theirs and enjoy them. So plus I think I want to go home early tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to be in the shop all weekend getting ready for the workshop on Monday. So we'll see you guys next time. Have a great night, everybody, and take care. I never know how to end these things.